What up, what up, what up? Good evening, YouTube. Thought I'd stop by and say hey because I really enjoy doing this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time and I really enjoy doing it. So I think that me doing this now is the perfect opportunity for me to get myself out there and let my voice be heard. I've been doing this on Facebook, we're not really talking, but posting things for years, since 2000 and, 2006? No, 2009, I'm sorry. I've been posting stuff since 2009 on Facebook and posting on Instagram since 2012. And I've been watching YouTube since like 2000, 8 and 9. So it's like, girl, you might as well go on and do your own videos. Because I love watching YouTube anyway. So, you know, I just want to talk about a little bit more things about myself. And I want to share with you, because this is a topic I want to discuss. This is a big topic that, is a big deal in, this country and other countries and stuff like that. And it's a controversial kind of a topic. And, some people, well, a lot of people don't like to even go there when it comes to this. And I'm talking about religion. That word is a word where you mention that, people are like, oh, they're looking like they think that automatically you're going to try to downplay or disrespect what they believe in, but it's not like that. And I'm here to tell you right now, I am not here to disrespect or try to make you believe anything that I believe, and I respect anybody's belief because your wish is your wish. You are in control, and this is what I know. You are all gods. Black people are gods, but that's another video as well. But as a matter of fact, that will be included in this video anyways because it should be known. We were here first, so no reason why that shouldn't be said. But anyway, religion is one of those things that's one of those topics that people really get like offended and they want to run away and hide and get scared of. And I was never even like that, even when I was religious. Like, I used to be religious. I grew up in a family that were Christians. And most of my family still are Christians. And I love my family to death. It's just that I'm not a Christian anymore. I practiced it my whole life, a good 37 years of my life. And I've given that up. That's something I can never go back to. I mean, even as a child, I had questions. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I always had questions. A lot of this shit just didn't make any sense. But of course, I fell for it because I was a kid, and it was the programming. Like I talk about in my previous videos. That programming is a motherfucker because it really has you. You know what I'm saying? In a state where it's almost like you can't be persuaded in any type of direction. And that don't mean me trying to force my thoughts, but it's like you're stuck in a position where you don't even want to think for yourself. Like you've been taught one way to think, and because of that, you're only using a certain part of your brain, and the rest of it's not being used. So you're wasting that part because it's like you get scared when somebody tries to turn you on to something new, some new ideas. It's a new idea. I mean, religion is superstitious. It's a superstitious thing. You believe in something that you really don't understand. And I understand the programming because, like I said, I was programmed for so many years, but I always had questions. And one of my biggest things, I'm going to tell you, when I was a kid, I had this question because I did have to go to Sunday school. I grew up in a Baptist church in Cleveland, Ohio. That's where I still reside, in Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to America. Shout out to the world, but shout out to Cleveland Heights, Ohio. That's where I was born and raised in. But I was going to say that as a kid, I used to go to Sunday school and I was taught, that, Satan was kicked out of heaven for being jealous of God. Psh, shut your mouth. Now, as a kid, I was like, oh my goodness, why in the world would he be jealous of God? That's weird because we were told that, heaven is there's a certain thing we've been told about. We're told that heaven is a perfect place, a beautiful place where there's only laughter and happiness and no sadness, no sickness, no jealousy, no hate, nothing like that. Everything is supposed to be, perfect there. You know what I'm saying? So that was, one of the things that didn't make any sense to me. But I used cognitive dissonance, which is knowing the truth, believing the truth, but still accepting the lies just because. Period. That's what cognitive dissonance is. Cognitive dissonance is when you know something doesn't make any sense. Okay, like religion in my case. But and I'd used this for years. I had cognitive dissonance for years. I would see things didn't make any sense, but I would make excuses for God or Jesus and say, "Yeah, I guess that's just how it was back then," because I felt like I had to believe in this because this is how I was programmed. I was taught this. But the fact is, I found out that that shit doesn't make any sense and it's not real. It's just not real. And I learned that from watching, you know, certain things. Like I've seen videos, I've seen a lot of conscious videos, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of things are just common sense. You just start putting things together. I mean, you can go to church and Sunday school your whole life as a kid and stuff. We're going to say as a child. But when you get older and you start seeing things don't add up, you have a right, and you have that right to question things. You have a brain. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're someone who is religious and you have questions, don't you believe that God gave you a brain to think? I mean, why else would you have a brain in your mind as far as what you believe in? What would be wrong with using that? You know? It's like, this is like divide and conquer at its finest. And there's just no proof of Jesus, there's no proof of God, you know? In fact, in that book that everybody follows, that begins with a B, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows what book I'm talking about. But I'm not going to say everybody follows, but it's one of the most common books known. That's, for one, not a historical book, but it's one of the most common books known to man that people use to practice religion, especially as far as Christianity. And that's basically what I like to speak on because I was a Christian, and that's what I know more of about. Okay? And I've seen things just weren't adding up. So, if you start seeing the same thing, you have that right to look into things and say, this shit don't make no sense. Don't worry about anybody judging you. Do not worry about, you know, someone trying to make you feel bad for that. Make you feel like, you're disrespecting, the previous people in your life or, like your grandmother, your grandparents, or anybody that puts you in that situation. Because the thing is, I don't even blame them. They didn't know. Okay? They didn't know. With this day and age, we have all this technology. There's more ways for us to find out information. So, I'm not gonna hold nobody up. I'm not gonna hold y'all up. I was just saying, that's just one of the things to look into. Once you start seeing things don't add up, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I believe in the Ankh. I'm gonna show you my tattoo. One moment. This right here, this represents life. That oval shape right there, see that? That's the womb of the woman. The longer part, that's the phallus of the male. That's life. I used to think having a cross was beautiful, you know what I'm saying? But, come to find out, having a cross, no. That's representing something false, number one, but then on top of that, it's representing death. Why would you want to rock anything or express death? But then again, I understand it because it's because of you were told that this, this their representation is something that Jesus, gave his life for you and all that, but like you have to, it's so much to that it's crazy. Like the letter J wasn't even around during that time. So there couldn't have been anyone named Jesus. And if they changed the name like this, so they changed the Y and all this and that, if you want to be, let's just be frank here and technical. If someone's name is so holy, it doesn't change because man decides to change a letter, right? If the name is Jesus or whatever, Yeshua or whatever it was, whatever, it should still be that, right? But today it's something else. I'm just saying these are things to think about. I'm not trying to force you on anything. I'm just saying a lot of it is common sense. I know to me it seems easy for somebody to hear that and be like, Dad, that does make sense. But you know what? It's just something like that's because now it makes so much sense to me. But I do suggest that people do go out there and think. And if you're someone who feels like a shame or, to do that, don't feel bad. There's nothing wrong with that, man. You are a human. There's nothing wrong with having a brain and using your mind. I encourage everyone to think. You know what I'm saying? That's why, I keep my third eyes open. And that's what this tattoo represents. That right there, that represents your third eye. That's exactly what it looks like inside of your brain. That's where it is right there. And that's what it looks like. So, just something to think about. But, I'm just going to end this video right here. And I'm going to say, if you have any comments or, you want to give your opinion on what I just said, or if you're someone who wants advice on how to, get that, if you're someone who wants advice on how to go about researching, you could email me, researching things about that. I can tell you where to start. I can give you some ideas, great ideas on where to start at, some books and some videos to watch, and just some basic ideas, period. You can email me at netta3582@gmail.com. That's N as in Nancy, ETTA 3582@gmail.com. And I would appreciate if you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You could like it or you could dislike it. I just want to know that you were here, and I appreciate that. I bid you a good evening. I'm going to holler next time. I'll be back soon and very soon. Tomorrow. Peace. One love.